I am not happy about this at all. Oh my God. Buc-ees. Buc-ees, why?
Obi Wan Kenobi, please hold me, don't show me. Obi.
All right, this one's going to sting a little bit, but I guess it needs to be done. Buc-ees. Let's talk about Buc-ees. If you have not noticed, all right, so first off, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I wear the Buc-ees merch quite a bit, okay? I'm kind of a Buc-ees fanboy. If you ask a lot of people in Texas, they're going to say, yeah, it's a big fucking gas station, big deal. But I'm kind of a tourist when it comes to it. It's got plenty of bathrooms, lots of food. I make it a point to stop at Buc-ees every single time I go, and I get some of the merch, I get some of the food, all of that stuff. I stock up for the drive back to Nebraska. I love Buc-ees. So it breaks my heart when I'm researching companies to find, which ones are scoring the lowest, which ones are the worst ones to work for. And Buc-ees comes up on the list, and it's one of the lower scoring ones. Wow, this one actually does break my heart. But anyway, let's just get into it. What is Buc-ees about? All right. You go to the website, we see that ever since our inception in 1982, we have been committed to providing a clean, friendly, and in-stock experience for our customers, regardless of where you may find us. If the store is big or small, near or far, the mission remains the same. All right? The cleanest restrooms in America. I might have to agree with that. I love Buc-ee's restrooms, okay? Because not only that, when you have to deuce it out, you've got like a nice big, there's plenty of them. One, you typically don't have to wait in line because there are so many different stalls, you don't have to worry about that. But you've got a nice private stall. And typically, yeah, they are clean. Okay, and this is a trucking place, so trucking restrooms are usually the worst. That is not a lie. These are usually very clean bathrooms, okay? And like I said, you get plenty of space. You don't have to wait. There's not a line for the stall, that good stuff. So I agree with that. CNET Buc-ees, they do have a lot of original foods, like their popcorns, plenty to drink. Then they also sell, grills, smokers. They sell all kinds of stuff. This is a gas station superstore. If you have never been to a Buc-ees, then you're missing out because it is far beyond just a gas station experience. I spend a half hour in there. All right, so what's the problem coming from? When we look at Buc-ees on Indeed, it has a 2.7 overall rating. Now, I would consider a 3 and above pretty average. 3.5, I guess, is what I'm going to consider average. When you start dipping below a 3.5 rating on Indeed, then you're a little bit less than average. Under 3, my opinion, that's one of the worst companies to work for. And the bad news here with Buc-ees is out of all of their reviews, the 1-star reviews have the most. You have the most 1-star reviews. And at least it's not the least amount of 1-star, but you've beat it in triplicate. 197 5-star, 141 4-star, 193 3-star, 169 2-star, but 351 star, which I might add, this is not a whole lot of reviews for a company. If you take it into comparisons for, like the big companies like Terminex or CarMax, a lot of these huge companies, that's not a lot of ratings. But that is still not a statistic that you want. That is more 1-star reviews than any other stars. All right, you've got the most 1-star reviews, and that's just not good for you. Let's take a look at the snapshot. Where are we at? Work well-being. Oh boy. Happiness, low. Purpose, low. Stress-free, low. Satisfaction, low. Oh, this hurts. So about the company, NebrAlien. Yeah, this is the CEO's name is Arch Beaver Applin, president of the Texas-based Buc-ee store, earned a Bachelor of Construction Science at Texas A&M in 1980. In the summer of 1982, he opened his first Buc-ees in Lake Jackson, Texas. So yeah, isn't that cute? Old Beaver, Arch Beaver Applin, the third. So CEO NebrAlien, not a high approval rating, 45%. Founded 1982, company size 1,000 to 5,000 employees, estimated revenue $1 million to $5 million. It's kind of a big jump there. Buc-ee's, the fun store. At Buc-ee's, we consistently look for passionate individuals with the desire and ability to provide exceptional service, to be part of a dynamic team, blah, 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 blah. Let's look at some of the pay. All right. So your typical roles. One thing that I've noticed over when I'm looking at this, Buc-ee's is known for paying better. I mean, I don't want to say that they pay well, but as far as, what you're looking at when compared to other retail stores and gas stations in particular, they pay really well, or fairly well. Cashiers make about $16.65, deli managers $31.95 per hour, car wash attendants $25 per hour, your food prep, your management, it looks to be around that $30 a mark, that $30 an hour mark. I'm sure the store managers are well into six figures, so that's good. But they don't pay bad. They're not actually being called out for their pay. In fact, if we go down and look at the categories, you can see that compensation and benefits, or the pay, is at 3.2. That's their highest rated category. So not a lot of people are unhappy with their pay, but it's the management, the lowest scored. But let's just run through this. Work-life balance, 2.4. A lot of people feel like they're way overworked. Compensation and benefits, 3.2. Job security and advancement, 2.4. 2.3 management, and 2.5 culture. So indicator. Let's look at the lowest rated category, management. It looks to me like your manager's the problem. Old Beaver Applin. You got to whip some people into shape, okay? If you have bad management, it's going to bleed into everything else, all right? People are more apt to take a pay cut and go somewhere where there's better management. The money is not the problem. You're paying people well enough. You're staying competitive there. But if you've got managers that people don't like, then yeah, they're not going to want to put in the extra work, and they're going to think that work-life balance sucks. They're going to hate the culture. They're going to think they have no future because they can't see themselves being in that management position, because why would they want to be a jerk like that? Or, whatever. They just don't think they're going to survive the position long enough because they hate the person they're working for. So management, it seems to be the big problem here. But I want to go over to some of the employee reviews and see what the people that work there are saying. Really quick, I wanted to let you know that I decided to become an affiliate for WeVideo. WeVideo is the best video editing software for beginners and content creators that are on a budget. It's cloud-based, so you don't really need expensive equipment to operate it. You can edit on less powerful, cheaper computers, as well as Android or Apple phones and tablets. It has all the features that you're going to need, like titles and transitions, narration and screen record, as well as green screen. At only about $100 per year, this is one of the most affordable video editing programs that you can use without having to deal with severely limited features and watermarks. Follow the link in the description. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Title line, horrible. Cashier from Florence, South Carolina. Horrible working hours. Will work you 8 to 10 hours a day without a day off for up to 1 to 10 days straight. They don't care if you ask them to refrain from scheduling like that either, so do it or quit. So I quit. Because I quit, my PTO that was supposed to be paid was taken from me. Pros, good pay. Cons, horrible scheduling. We got title line, terrible place that causes extreme depression, from a cashier stalker out of St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine, Florida. I said that weird. Buc-ee's is a terrible place to work that is high stress and miserable. The management is sneaky and does not care about their employees at all. Save yourself the trouble and do not work here. Pros, free drinks. That's literally it. Cons, everything about it, especially customers and management. Damn. All right, title line, whack. Cashier, former employee out of Wharton, Texas. Wish I could give 0 stars. They all crusty, wrinkly, and rude up in there. Pay is good, but the stress and mental breakdowns are not with it. Everyone is messy, 0 out of 10 recommended. Pros, free fountain drinks, even the ices. Again, the free drinks. People love them. Cons, 5-minute lunch break, people not minding they business, and you got to be a brown nose not to get treated like scum. Lots of favoritism. Oh, that sucks. Straight up. All right, title line, straight up, job sucks. Team member out of Warner Robins, Georgia. I've met the upper management in this company. They are literally all soulless creatures who demand perfection but have no idea how to achieve it. They just get mad when things don't go perfectly, i.e., when there are crumbs in your pastry case that's full of 500 muffins. Why is there more than 1 ounce of whipped cream on your pudding cups? They have fired and will continue to fire people who have dedicated years of their life to the company with absolutely no hesitation, regardless of that person's actual job performance. They just need a scapegoat to blame for their incompetent systems. Employees are treated terribly because management is treated terribly by upper management, and God knows how they are treated by the company's owner. Pay is decent, but it's literally a cult. You weigh the odds. Wow. They calling you out. What's his name? Beaver? They're calling you out, Beaver. Okay, being the victim of a medieval torture chamber would be better. Wow. All right, food service associate out of Denton, Texas. Management expects the impossible while setting you up for failure. You only get 5 to 7 minutes to eat if you're lucky. Usually, management will forget to cover you so you can't go, and by the time that they do remember, it's too late. I've had a manager refuse to let me or a coworker go eat because we were having a conversation while we got our work done. I'm scared to ask for help because anyone who helps me out is punished either by extra work or not being allowed to go eat or go to the bathroom. Yikes. Most managers don't even let me go to the bathroom half the time. They control everything you do, down to the color of your socks or your undershirt. If you have your phone on you at all, even if it's in your locker or turned off, and they find out, they will write you up. There's so much gossip, rumors, hookups, nice, favoritism, and overall immaturity that goes on. I feel like I'm back in high school. They expect you to stay past the end of your shift to make sure you got an acceptable amount of work done. But don't get attached to that extra time. They make sure to send you home early a different day to keep you from getting overtime and threaten to write you up if you get even 5 minutes over. I had a manager flat out tell me my availability wasn't going to be respected. I don't feel comfortable around any of the other employees because everything is a setup to put us against each other. There's absolutely no team spirit. Not to mention, this isn't really a food position. It's purely retail. All the customers are entitled and rude. After 2 months, I'm already desperately looking to leave. Just take a look at anyone working here. You can tell we would all rather be literally anywhere else. I'll tell you what, the only complaint that I've ever had from Buc-ee's was that every time I get a shirt there, it seems to be smaller than what the tag says. This is supposed to be a 2XL. It's definitely a little too snug to be a 2XL, but I had to represent the Buc-ee's for this video. I am still a fan. I'm not going to lie. I love going to Buc-ee's. Even though it's kind of a touristy thing, it's more for the people that are from out of town. You ask a lot of people in Texas, they could really give a shit less. But I'm a big fan of, the Texas. I like Buc-ee's, Whataburger. The thing about us Whataburger fans really is we all know that In-N-Out's a little bit better, but we'll never admit that because Whataburger is Whataburger. But listen, this, like I said, it breaks my heart. I love Buc-ee's. I really hope that they do something to figure out. I do want to revisit something that I neglected to mention, because I think from what it looks like, it might have been getting a little bit better. If you look at the trends, where are we at? Right here. So, I mean, for over 5 years, this company has sat at under a 3-star review on Indeed. 2019, they were at 2.67. 2020, they were at 2.40. 2021, 2.27. 2022, 2.25. But they've shot up to nearly their 2020 in 2023. So far, they're at 2.37. So they're showing a little bit of a rise. I hope that stays on the upward trend. Come on, Buc-ee's. Let's make our employees happy. You have such a great store. I love going to Buc-ee's. Let's just do a little work. Let's make them happy. Let's send those managers to a little bit of training. They're happy with your pay. They like your pay and benefits. They just hate the management. They hate those long hours you got them working. Give them a break, okay? Let's reel it back in and make the employees happy so that we can have, just an overall great company, because I'm a big fan. I want to stay a big fan. Take care of your employees. Hey, before you go, I'd really appreciate it if you took time to subscribe to the channel. I put up new content weekly, and I try to make it as entertaining as possible for you. Plus, when you engage with small content creators like me by liking, subscribing, and clicking the notifications bell, it helps show us to more people and grow our channels, which makes you kind of a hero. Also, be sure to check the link in the description to discover this week's cool new thing that you didn't know you needed from Amazon. And of course, a big thank you to all of my current subscribers, especially being a channel under 10,000 subscribers. You are the real ones, the risk takers, and you will forever be my day ones. 1,000 times thank you.
You made this? Awesome.
I ride a hippopotamus. I ride a hippopotamus. You can ride my hippopotamus. You can ride my hippopotamus. I ride a hippopotamus. I